Howdy, folks, and welcome to a great adventure. And tonight we're going to be talking about James Newill. And James Newill is our featured cowboy tonight. If you haven't heard of him, check him out. Anyway, let's get on with the show because we're going to take a trip back into yesteryear. Get in your time machine and let's go. Back to the 30s and 40s, a time and an era when cowboys were being put from the plains of the West onto the big screen, and little kids were running around with plastic toy 6-shooters on their hips, and big dreams or imaginations of what the West was really like still existed in the heads of most people. Catching a B movie on a weekend or whatever may have. There was tons of those cowboys out there and on the big screen, just like clockwork. So the era of the television was just coming into about, and TV series were popping up everywhere. And of course, what would it be? It would be the singing cowboy, Roy Rogers, Gene Autry, and this guy right here, James Newill. Okay, so as always, I am going to present you with some pictures, and because who doesn't like pictures? And this is our guy right here, James Newill. James Newill was born on August 12th, 1911, in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. When a young man, he enrolled at the University of Southern California. Majoring in music, James had sung opera and worked in the vaudeville circuit for a while when talent scouts entered his life. In 1936, the next year, Newill made his film debut in Something to Sing About, starring James Cagney. From there, James found work as a radio singer. Radio. Then quickly managed to follow the trail that led to Western film work. He signed up to shoot a series of films based on the radio series Raffanu of the Royal Mounted, doing one film for Grand National and a second for Monogram. And there you can see him in the picture as a royal part of the Royal Mounted Police. From there, he landed a spot in 1942 as one of the trio of cowboys on the PRC series, the Texas Rangers, along with Guy Wilkerson and Dave O'Brien. Yes. He made quite a few films with Dave O'Brien. He made 14 of these films, including the Texas Rangers Take Over. In 1942, West of Texas, and in 1943, and Gunsmoke, Mesa in 1944. Newill and O'Brien also tried their hand at goat ranching while they were filming the series. After a while, James had his singing minutes cut back by the producers. It wasn't long before he found himself replaced by another singing cowboy. Tex Ritter. Yes, to his audience, James suffered from much the same problem as George Houston. It was easier to picture him as an opera singer, then a cowboy singer. In 1945, he climbed down the saddle for a while and worked in music performance. Of course, as an opera singer. Then then he saddled up again. It was for television to make 13 half-hour episodes of Raffinu. That's the Canadian Mounted Police guy. Newill died in 1975, living out a good full life. Yes. What an adventure. What a singer. I don't know whatever happened to his buddy, Dave O'Brien. But he sure made a lot of these shows. Guns of the Law. Have you ever seen any of these? If not, well, go check them out. And there you go. Raffinu of the Royal Mounted Police Fighting Mad with James Newill. There you go. Anyway, those were bits and pieces of James Newill. He was quite the guy and quite the life. Lots of movies and lots of TV shows. Well, get out there and check him out. If you haven't seen any of his stuff, Google it. Get on to YouTube. Check out one of his shows, movies. Now remember, it's a B movie. It's not going to be fancy like it is today, but the plots are always pretty good. The music is a little corny, but it sure rings a bell to yesteryear. And with that, everybody, thank you for joining me tonight. Remember, go out and have your own big adventure. Be a singing cowboy. And most importantly, just be yourself. Be the frequency.